Hello, this message is for Pisces. This is your twin flame reading for the month of August. This is Michelle coming at you with Page of Wands, Tarot, and Oracle readings. Welcome if you're new. My channel is relatively new. July was the first month I did twin flame readings for. And I do imbue a little bit of skepticism here, just in terms of the actual union with our twin and whether or not that ends up in an actual relationship. What I like to focus on here is the soul journey, which almost everybody else will tell you, twin flame people will tell you, is really the main purpose of the twin flame journey. I do want to give a disclaimer that because of the energies that we're moving in with August with the eclipses, things are going to get a little bit intense. And I do full and new moon readings, by the way, on my, and I call those episodes Wine and Spirits TV because I review a bottle of wine while I do it. And so if you want to check that out, that one's going to be coming up soon for August, but actually I haven't checked the exact date, but the eclipses are really supposed to be kind of stirring stuff up. So all of my readings so far have been a little bit emotional, a little bit crazy, a little bit contentious. There's a lot of opposing energies going on. So I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there. If this doesn't resonate with you, great. I hope it does. And I just really think that the shift we're in right now is bringing up a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings of discontentment. And again, a lot of like static and some conflict between the masculine and the feminine. Okay, so we're just going to look out for that, but it's not something that won't clear itself out eventually anyway, because we are getting into this new mode here with our 2017 year, finally seeing the last icky tendrils of 2016 move out. We're in July, we're past the 6-month mark. I think August is just kind of going to bring up the rest of the residual crud with the eclipses, with the solar eclipse, and then we're going to see, hopefully, coming into some really beautiful, beautiful stuff after that. And the eclipse is on the 21st of August, guys, kind of depending on where you are at, though. I'm in the southeastern United States. I'm in Florida. So it'll be around the 21st for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay 3 cards on my left for divine masculines. I have been meditating over the cards and shuffling them. And then 3 cards on my right for divine feminine. And then I'm going to put 2 cards in the middle for opposing energies. Connecting energies. Keep saying opposing. And I keep forgetting to go check the videos, your last month's video. So if you did join me for your video in July, be interested to know if you were, if all of those energies resonated for you. Hopefully you were able to move through them, and we'll see a little bit of progress here. But like I said, most of the readings I'm getting for August are a little bit sticky. Okay, I think that's just the nature of the game. Yours doesn't look too bad starting off here, but we'll go ahead and jump right in, and then we'll clarify as needed. So the first card I have for divine masculines is the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this is all about having clarity about something. This is all about knowing the truth. So I'm getting a little bit of a clouded judgment here and a little bit of a lack of vision here for you masculines, starting off and how you're kind of feeling, okay? And then underneath that, I've got the 6 of Wands. And now this is the victory card, and this is supposed to be how you're feeling towards your twin. So maybe you're feeling a little bit victorious about something. That would be great. Or you're feeling like she's overcoming something and transforming in her journey. That would be really great. Maybe she's flourishing in her job, or maybe she's just really on a roll and looking really beautiful and presenting herself in a really positive manner. We'll see. Your underlying energy, though, is the moon in reverse. So this is all about secrets coming to light. That's how I look at this card. Things that the path that was otherwise a little bit shadowy, in this I can see as being a little bit, there's still an uncertainty with this card, and I think sometimes this card can speak to secrets, and this card can speak to maybe not connecting to your intuition, and it could speak to just not having the answers to something really being, it's more about something coming out that you didn't have the answer to before. When it's in the reverse, like this, I feel like it has more to do with the mystery and not knowing what's going on, and your path being a little bit in the dark. But when it's like this, I feel like something's kind of coming out, okay? Coming out of that darkness. Secrets can be coming out, and sometimes they're not really the best ones that you want to hear. That just happens sometimes, okay? And then over on the feminine side, we're starting with the Mother of Wands in reverse. So this would be like your Queen of Wands energy. When this card is in the upright, this is someone who's very protective over this is a mother protective over her nest. See how the snake is protecting the eggs there? This is dynamic fire energy. This is creative energy and passionate energy. And then, so when it's in reverse, I either see this as this energy being stifled or perhaps used in a manipulative way, okay? But it is feminine energy, so it could be jealous energy, definitely. It could be feeling like, sort of like defeated and kind of like a wallflower. This would be someone that might be otherwise creative and charismatic and somebody that has dynamic fire energy and that is very confident, but that is being muted here for whatever reason. Okay, feminine? So maybe that's a little bit about how you're feeling. And then underneath that, how you're feeling towards your masculine is strength. So this is a really positive card. This is ruled by Leo, We were just talking about the full moon in Leo that happened with all of those opposing energies. And the sun and the moon are being represented here too. So, it may be fitting, being that the sun and the moon were both in Leo at this time, all right, at this last new moon. So you're feeling like maybe your masculine is looking pretty strong and prideful here, right? He's got that flower in his mouth. He's like ready to go. He's ready for love. He's ready to get what he wants. He's got courage, right? This guy can be also very charismatic, because this is fire energy once again. So both the way you're looking at your masculine is very, very confident, and the way your masculine is looking at you is like you're very, very confident and victorious. So you guys are really, your energy is being kind of harmonious here, even though masculines, for some reason, there's something you feel you don't know. There's something about your vision that's clouded coming along with this moon in reverse. Maybe we'll see if whatever that thing is actually going to come to light. And as we draw clarifiers, we might find out more about what that is. Now, feminines, your underlying energy is this communication and messages card in reverse, which tells me there's been a lack of communication and there's been a real lack of movement for you for some reason. Things not happening quite the way you want them to happen or as quickly as you want them to happen. Maybe you're not getting communication from your masculine and it's kind of making you feel like this, right? Or maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it has something to do with the masculine not knowing something, or maybe you're not communicating, again, with the masculine, but I feel like this is more about receiving messages, getting messages, and it can be your text messages, this be the way you communicate, right? This can also be about endeavors that you put out there in the world in the upright. This could be about, when you're kind of throwing a bunch of stuff up in the air and seeing what flies and seeing what you can make happen. Being muted, this just means a lack of that. So just a real lack of movement and a real static energy or stagnant energy. Sorry, I'm having problems talking today. So your combining energy here is the Five of Swords. So this card is all about conflict and conflict that involves other people, right? So this has a lot to do with fighting, kind of on a family level. This could be fighting with friends. It could be fighting yourself. See, these swords are kind of cutting this worm in half. So in this deck, and by the way, this is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck that I'm using here for these readings for August. So in this deck, I see this almost as like whatever is the source of your fighting is actually hurting you more than it's hurting other people. All right? But this always has to do with family conflict or friend conflict or just conflict in general. And a lot of times it does represent kind of a hollow victory where there aren't any winners. And so the whole point of the fighting is kind of moot. All right. Underneath that, we have the Son of Pentacles in reverse. So this card, this would be the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional deck. When I see him in reverse, I think of somebody that's lost their way. and doesn't really know, they're not taking the time to work towards something in a steadfast, diligent, patient manner, where they're really focused and committed on whatever that task or job is. That's normally what the Knight would be doing in the upright. In the reverse here, he's fallen off his horse and lost his way a little bit. Okay, this Knight doesn't really know where he's going. Maybe he came to a fork in the road and he's like, oh gosh, I've been trotting along, very steadily, but now I'm at this place, I'm at an impasse and I don't know what to do. This is like kind of a stuck energy, very stuck, because this is a slow-moving card as it is, a slow-moving energy as it is, and now we're looking at it being a little bit stuck here, right? And just so you know, this could be an earth sign person, because it's a pentacle. It could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, but I don't like to attribute signs to my court cards. Because I feel like normally these play out more as energies, and because we all have lots of different signs in our charts, I just feel like that muddies the waters and the messages that we're trying to get here from these readings, okay? So yeah, that's your connected energy here. A little bit strange with this fighting card, this sort of battle card, and then with this Son of Pentacles in reverse here, right? With this maybe losing your way, or it could be being lazy too. But yeah, let's see if we can get some more information. So I'm going to clarify over here on the masculine side a little bit. By the way, guys, I do have my information in the description box if you'd like a personal reading. I mentioned already, I do my Wine and Spirits TV full and new moon readings. Those are just kind of fun. And then, you are welcome to like, share, and subscribe, of course, if you so desire. Leave me a comment. If you don't like this video and you want to give me a thumbs down, awesome. Just tell me why. Because constructive criticism is better than just straight up criticism, right? Or not knowing. All right, so masculines. Let me go ahead and clarify for you. Feminines for you. Wow, really interesting, guys. All right, I'm still seeing this as like mostly positive. There's like some confusion here. Okay, so obviously there's confusion. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and then we've got the Seven of Wands. So this is like, for me, this is all about fighting for something you believe in. This is about standing your ground amidst other people that have differing opinions. And this is about kind of going to battle yourself, on kind of like a solo mission, right? Where you're like, okay, this might not be popular opinion, but I'm just going to fight for this thing because I have to. All right, because this is what I believe in. So maybe you're unclear about what it is you need to be fighting for, or maybe your vision is clouded because you want to be fighting for this thing, but you're not. Or again, maybe you're confused about whether or not you should even be holding this torch anymore and walking on this path and standing up for yourself. Maybe the conflicts that are happening with you and other people are clouding your judgment a little bit and clouding your vision a little bit, and that's why you're not really sure if you should be moving forward with this. And maybe that's making you feel a little bit like you've lost your path and you're kind of stopping and you're at that halt, that fork in the road, On top of this victory card with how you're feeling towards your feminine, I get the Magician, which is a great card. This is a card all about action. So masculines, you're really seeing your feminine as being very action-oriented here and using everything in her toolbox to get what she wants and to be victorious. And that's really interesting to me because the feminines have this like lack of movement card here. And they have this like, I'm not feeling like myself card, right? So it's very interesting that you're seeing her as being so victorious and beautiful and magical and wonderful and visionary when she's not feeling like that at all. And it's funny because the same thing goes for you. The way she's seeing you is absolutely beautiful, but this isn't the way you're feeling. The way you're feeling is like there's information that needs to come to light. There's fear here. You're afraid of certain secrets coming out. And and the Master in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, is about not knowing which way to move or not moving in the right direction, right? Or losing control of your chariot into where it's overturned because you've become so overwhelmed by everything going on, by all of your emotions, maybe by, again, people's opinions around you or the different ways that you're feeling. You have just gone off the tracks. You've gone off course, okay? Because there is fear here. There's definite fear here. And again, I'm really connecting you with this guy, the Son of Pentacles, that doesn't know which way to move anymore and is kind of stuck, right? This is definitely stuck, and it's stuck out of fear. Feminines, on top of your Mother of Wands in reverse, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is all about being unable to walk away from an emotional situation, being unable to separate yourself from an emotional situation where this is directly what's making you feel like this. Like, instead of going out and being charismatic and being this fiery, dynamic energy, you might be staying at home. You might be kind of like nursing your wounds. I'm getting like licking your wounds a little bit, right? Because the snake is sort of has her head on herself and she's protecting her eggs. It's like protecting what you've got left because other things are hurt and broken. And, maybe that's being caused, again, by a lot of this conflict here. Maybe this conflict, maybe you're having fights with family members or friends and everyone's got an opinion and maybe people don't like this relationship. That's definitely possible because you've got this clouded judgment and this holding this torch and fighting this battle alone for the masculines, and then you've got this like nursing your wounds and feeling heartbroken and not being able to come out of that grief and sadness for the feminines. And what's connecting that is the Five of Swords energy. This conflict energy is right in between here. So maybe there are family members that don't like what's going on, all right, or friends, or both. And then you've got the Lovers card on top of the Strength card. So again, like I said, you've got, by the way, the Strength card is the 11 here, and then you've got this Lovers. I mean, this is like feminines. You're just like, my masculine is everything to me. He's just on fire. He's beautiful. He's strong. He's courageous. He's my everything. Like, this is all about, I'm choosing my heart here. He's my heart. But you're really, really upset. And again, there's something not happening. I think maybe he's not communicating with you. I know that feeling, by the way. So if you're a Pisces feminine and you're watching this and you're in separation with your twin and he's a runner and he's not communicative, I know your pain, okay? And I also feel this about my twin, and neither of us are Pisces. And I'm not trying to project my story. I'm just saying I get it. And that would be very apropos with these cards here, because then we also have, on top of this lack of communication, Three of Wands in reverse. And when the Three of Wands is in the upright, this is a card about, first of all, the triangle is the strongest shape in nature. Okay, all of these things are supporting each other. They're all bearing the weight of each other and holding each other up. And they're creating kind of an eye here with all these beautiful chakra colors where everything is sort of in union and in alignment, right? And these are three things. These are like if you set your boundaries and your foundations for what you need out of a relationship, and if you put that out there to someone and they were returning it and you guys decided to be in a committed relationship and then that was going to bear fruit and like have long-standing integrity, that's what this would be in the upright. In the reverse, this is telling me that there's an obstacle in the way of achieving this. There's something else going on that's not allowing this situation to have the strength and support that it needs in order for it to bring you some sort of satisfaction or fulfillment or to have a lasting foundation. Okay, I see this in the traditional Rider-Waite deck that the Three of Wands is all about the guy staring out to sea and waiting for ships to come in, right? Because he's already done all this hard work and he's already put himself out there to, he's built something that is strong and that does have foundation and lasting power. Now he's just waiting for his reward. So in the reverse here, it's like you're waiting for something that's not happening. And again, we've got this lack of communication. So maybe you feel like there's something going on with your masculine, but I got to tell you, I think for him, he's just really scared of what's going on, and he doesn't know if he should keep fighting for this because he just feels so there's confusion. Okay? Definitely. But no, feminines, if this is the case and this is how he's seeing you, then that is so beautiful. And maybe he wants you to release him a little bit right now and kind of go do your thing and be beautiful and make stuff happen for yourself. And that might not be a bad bit of advice, because I've been getting that message a lot, is that there needs to be some releasing going on. And we're going to come into our next full moon is the Sturgeon moon. And that's the time that, I forget which Native American tribe used to call it that. You can find the information in the Farmer's Almanac, which I think is one of the best things to consult about the moon. And it tells you that in this new moon, so first it was called Sturgeon moon because it was the best time to catch fish, right? So I think that what we're going to focus on with that new moon coming in is the catching and releasing. What do we need to really release? And I don't mean just surrendering to the flow. I do mean that, but I mean truly letting your twin go. Because that's part of the process, and let me tell you, that is easier said than done, because I struggle with that daily. I'm struggling with it right now, and I'm getting that message right now, okay? So I feel inclined to pass that on to you guys. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a clarification here. I'm going to clarify with my Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck, and I'm going to do one clarifier for masculines and one clarifier for feminines, obviously. So let's go ahead and get our cards shuffled for masculine. Pisces. I love you guys, by the way. My father and my brother were both Pisces, and you're wonderfully sensitive men. And I know some Pisces women too. Actually, my best friend is a Pisces, and she's also wonderful. You guys can be a little bit paranoid though, and really stubborn. For water energy, you're super stubborn. I don't know if that's because you're fixed water. I'm not sure. But you guys can be a little bit wishy-washy for sure. All right. Okay. So masculines, you guys got dreams, right? Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your intuition. There is an intuition card in this deck, which we didn't get, but I really do think that this is all about paying attention to your dreams and staying true to your dreams. That's what I normally get with this. Stay true to your dreams and follow your dreams and try to make your dreams happen. If you think that that's what your feminine is doing with this Magician card and this Victory card here, that's wonderful, but you need to be focusing on doing that yourself, okay? And letting go of some of these fears here. And this Chariot in reverse might be control issues as well. You might have some serious control issues that you really need to let go of, because they're keeping you feeling stuck and like you're sort of off your path here. All right? Feminines, your card is nature. And it's really, really important. I was listening to a great twin flame reading yesterday with a guy who was talking about going out in nature and how extremely important it is to do that. And I get nature cards a lot in one of my other messenger decks, and they're always the cards where I'm kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, go commune with nature, whatever. But you really shouldn't be treated that flippantly. It really is very, very serious and very important to go out into nature and to commune with nature, because that is how we'll start to see the signs and synchronicities of what we need in order to get ourselves to a better headspace. It never fails. Anytime I go for a walk, anytime I go sit on my porch and I just watch and listen, I gain such a sense of peace. And that is really, really needed most of the time. Okay, so if feminines, I feel like if you're feeling a little bit unsure and heartbroken here and unable to move on emotionally, and like you're licking your wounds in the corner, try to get outside and try to do something in nature. Go for a walk. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to go hike a giant mountain trail or anything like that, or, you know, you don't have to do anything extremely physically active. Just go be in nature. Just go experience and witness nature, and that will bring you healing. All right, as long as you are doing it consciously, you're really listening and you're really observing and you're really paying attention. Okay, so hope this is resonating with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull this is a Sacred Rebels deck by Elena Fairchild, and I'm going to pull one of these because I find that these are really good as like advice cards. Okay, so we're doing Divine Masculine Pisces. Oops, this just flipped up off of my deck. Surrender. You know, I was talking about releasing and surrender, and they're not quite being the same thing. Surrender is kind of more like, it's a little bit more intense, but that is another big message that that Twin Flames are receiving right now, is that you do really need to get comfortable surrendering to this process, especially if you don't have faith in your guides and the way that the universe is moving your situation along. You really, really just need to surrender to that, because not everybody's journeys are going to be the same. All of our journeys are happening on different timelines, and they for different reasons. You know, if your twin is dating somebody else, maybe it's because there's things that they still need to learn in their relationships and in their love lives before they can be with you. All right? So I try to keep that in perspective a lot. Since I'm out of communication with my twin, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. Chances are he's seeing people. He's extremely good looking. You know? He's really hard for me to resist. Well, he was, obviously. So it would not surprise me at all. And he's young and virile, you know? So he should be. It is what it is. I'm not going to stop dating people just because of my journey. If it feels right and I want to have fun, and, you know, I'll do it. But it's different for everybody, okay? It's not forbidden. These are ways we continue to learn and grow about ourselves. And we have got to leave stuff up to divine timing. We cannot control a situation, all right? We're just not in control. We're just not. And the sooner we realize that and we let go and we surrender to the process and we release our twin, like truly just let them go be who they need to be and figure their stuff out, then the better off we're going to be, and the better able we're going to be working on our own souls, tempering our own souls, right? Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. I'm only saying this because I need to hear these things as much as the next person. All right, so masculines, you got, what do you feel? What do you feel? What do you think? Here's what I think. I think that you do have a lot of conflict going on, and you're hearing a lot of stuff, and that it's completely making you confused. It's completely making you confused. And again, you've got the fear and the uncertainty, and you are not sure which way to move, which is just keeping you completely stuck. Just not moving off your horse, stuck. You need to go in a little bit and sit with yourself and decide what you feel and what you want. Okay? Not what everybody else is telling you. That's not going to get you anywhere. All right? Feminines. Ooh, awesome. Collaborative dreaming. You know what's so cool about this is that the masculines also got dreams. So maybe you guys have dreams about each other a lot. That's very possible. I barely ever remember my dreams. I'm jealous of people who can remember their dreams. But this is also telling me that there may be people that you can collaborate with that will help you get to a place, a more emotionally fulfilling place, a place where you can do something that will make you feel like you're on the path you're supposed to be on. Make you feel like you've got yourself pointed in the direction of whatever is your divine soul path, because you're connecting with people that are like-minded, and you are all working towards the same goal. But I don't see any pentacles here except for this one. So maybe this one is you, and you're the one who feels a little bit off your horse and a little bit off your path, and like you don't really know which way to go, and maybe you're feeling really stuck in a job and you don't like it, and this is all about teaming up with people that have the same dream as you. Or this could just be about collaborative dreaming with your twin. and how you guys communicate in the 5D. And if he's not communicating with you in the 3D, right, which would be this 8 of Wands in reverse, then maybe you need to focus on communicating in the 5D and sending him messages there, okay? And then moving on, and then walking away, and knowing that you've done all that you can do, all right? So that is your reading for August, Pisces. I hope this resonated with you. Yours was actually a lot more, it was a lot gentler than a lot of the other ones I've done, so consider yourselves lucky. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you will join me again in September, or for my Wine and Spirits TV, New Moon and Full Moon readings. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and namaste.